I will say this controversial statement. Um, Anybody that I've ever trained with what I would call a super slow background, I'm always shocked by how they set their seats. They set their seats on almost every exercise where they're going through such a limited range of motion. And I think the workout becomes infinitely harder and more effective and greater stimulus if you change that range of motion. I mean, everybody I trained in the Nautilus Nitro leg press, for example, sets the seat where they're barely moving through a range of motion and they're using the whole weight stack. And that applies to so many exercises, overhead presses and chest presses and leg presses and rows. I just tend to be an advocate for a greater range of motion. And I always think that changes the stimulus. And what's my rationale for that? I just think it changes the stimulus. Like if I am going to physically be in your facility, I'm going to change every seat setting so you're going through a greater range of motion. Which, by the way, is I think one of the reasons why you don't gap a medic's leg press, right? When you gap a medic's leg press and you're blocking out at the end, and you're getting more extension of the femur, theoretically working more glutes, you're minimizing the range of motion at the start of that movement, right? Your femur is not close to your chest. And I think the femur being closer to the chest is really, really, really important in that exercise. I much rather have more range of motion there than more extension of the femur at the end of the movement.
Hang on. Let me just clarify something there. So with regard to the leg press, how I don't quite understand that. How come you can't gap it and also have a start position where the femur is close to the chest? You can have both, right? Am I missing something there?
Depending on the size of the person, you couldn't physically bring the machine far enough forward. The machine will get to zero and you can't bring it any further forward.
Right.
So I'm not tall, but I can't bring the machine far enough forward where I have the femur where I would want it, and also block out of the movement. So then I have to ask myself, what part of that range of motion is better for glute recruitment? Well, we know that it's when the femur is closer to the chest, right? Not when it's extended.